Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where hidden treasures of American coinage come alive, and today we are diving deep into a spectacular and powerful story behind the Liberty One Dime 1974D, a coin that may look small in your hand but carries a massive legacy, historical importance, and a market value that has stunned collectors around the world with its current estimated worth of $779.374, and this is not just a number. It is a reflection of rarity, condition, demand, and the passion that drives the numismatic market, because the 1974D Liberty One Dime represents a unique moment in American history when craftsmanship, minting technology, and economic transition all intersected into a tiny piece of metal that now stands as a symbol of wealth and discovery. Minted at the Denver Mint during a time when the United States was adjusting to post-silver coinage and embracing modern clad compositions, this dime became part of a new era where coins were no longer just currency but potential investment assets, and the Liberty design itself symbolizes freedom, resilience, and the spirit of America, making this coin emotionally powerful as well as financially valuable. The 1974D issue is especially admired for its sharp strikes, balanced details, and the way Liberty's profile shines with elegance when preserved in top-grade condition. Collectors know that finding one with perfect luster, minimal contact marks, and original mint brilliance is incredibly difficult, and that is exactly why its market value has surged so dramatically, because true gem examples are scarce and competition among serious collectors is fierce. This is the kind of coin that turns ordinary hobbyists into lifelong numismatists, the kind of coin that sends people searching through old collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten drawers hoping to uncover a fortune hiding in plain sight. The story of the 1974D Liberty One Dime is also a story of opportunity, because during the 1970s millions were produced for everyday circulation, yet only a tiny fraction survived in pristine condition, making those few survivors extraordinarily valuable today. This is where rarity is born, not from low mintage but from survival and preservation, and that is what makes this coin so fascinating. The market for Liberty dimes has grown explosively as investors recognize coins as tangible assets that protect value against inflation, and the 1974D stands out as a star performer in this category. Its price of $779.374 represents confidence, demand, and historical appreciation all wrapped into one. When collectors bid on this dime, they are not just buying metal, they are buying a piece of American history, a piece of artistic heritage, and a secure store of value. This coin connects generations, from the people who once spent it as pocket change to the modern investors who now protect it like treasure. Its design reflects Liberty's timeless message of freedom and strength, reminding us that even the smallest objects can carry the biggest stories, and this is why the Liberty One Dime 1974D has become a legend in the numismatic world. Its rising market value shows how knowledge transforms ordinary coins into extraordinary assets, how patience turns collectors into investors, and how passion builds wealth. At Rare US Coins we celebrate these stories because every coin has a soul, every coin has a journey, and every coin has the potential to change a life. Imagine discovering one of these rare 1974D dimes in exceptional condition and realizing you are holding nearly $800 of value in your palm. That is the magic of numismatics, that is the thrill that drives collectors worldwide. This dime proves that history is not locked in museums, it is in our pockets, in our homes, and in our hands, waiting to be discovered, appreciated, and preserved. So if you own a Liberty One Dime from 1974 with the D Mint mark, examine it carefully, check its shine, its strike, its edges, because you might be holding a fortune, and even if you are not, you are holding a piece of America's story, a reminder that greatness can come in the smallest form. And here on Rare US Coins today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and powerful symbols of American numismatic heritage, the Liberty One Dime 1976D, a coin that many people overlook, yet collectors know carries a story, energy, and market presence that is simply extraordinary, because this is not just a small silver-colored piece of metal, this is a witness to American independence, national pride, economic transformation, and the unstoppable passion of collectors who understand that true wealth often hides in the smallest places. And when we talk about the Liberty One Dime dated 1976 with the D Mint mark from Denver, we are talking about a coin born in a year of celebration, the Grand Bicentennial of the United States, a year when America celebrated 200 years of freedom, resilience, and ambition, and every coin minted during this time carried a special spirit that still echoes through history, making the 1976 Liberty One dime a powerful symbol of national identity and collectible importance. And when you combine that historical background with rarity, condition, collector demand, and the mystique surrounding premium examples, it becomes clear why this coin is now associated with a staggering market value of $779,375, a number that immediately captures attention and makes people realize that this is not ordinary pocket change. This is potential generational wealth, and the story begins at the Denver Mint, where millions of dimes were struck, but only a microscopic fraction survived in exceptional condition, untouched by circulation, perfectly preserved, with sharp details, flawless surfaces, and breathtaking mint luster, because in the world of coin collecting, perfection is king, and perfection is rare, and the Liberty design itself is one of the most beloved representations of American freedom, showing strength, dignity, and timeless beauty, reminding us that liberty is not just an idea, it is a legacy engraved into metal for eternity, and every time collectors look at this coin, they do not just see a date and a mint mark, they see history frozen in time, they see a piece of the American story that can never be repeated, and the 1976 issue carries an emotional weight because it was minted in a year that celebrated unity, pride, and achievement, making it even more desirable to serious collectors who want a coin that represents both financial power and historical meaning. And what truly elevates this dime into legendary status is the combination of its pristine condition, strike quality, and rarity at the highest grading levels, because while millions may exist, only a handful qualify as elite specimens, and those few coins dominate auctions, ignite bidding wars, and rewrite price records, turning a simple dime into a six-figure masterpiece. And when we talk about its current market value of $779,375, we are talking about the result of years of collector competition, market trust, historical significance, and the undeniable truth that rare coins are one of the most stable and respected alternative investments in the world, and smart collectors know that coins like this do not just hold value, they grow in prestige, demand, and desirability, especially as time moves forward and fewer top-quality examples remain available, and this is why the Liberty One dime 1976 is not just a collectible, it is an asset, a legacy, and a statement of excellence. And imagine the power of owning a coin that represents freedom, celebration, and wealth all in one small but mighty piece, because this dime carries the spirit of America's 200th birthday, a moment when the nation reflected on its journey from revolution to global influence, and holding this coin is like holding a piece of that reflection in your hand, a reminder that even the smallest objects can carry massive historical and financial weight. And in the market today, elite collectors and investors are constantly hunting for coins that combine history, beauty, and rarity, and the 1976 Liberty One dime stands tall among them, commanding attention, respect, and extraordinary prices. And as demand increases and supply remains locked in private collections and vaults, the future potential of this coin becomes even more powerful, making it a dream acquisition for any serious numismatist. And this is why we always say on rare US coins that knowledge is power, because the person who understands the story behind a coin understands its true worth. And the person who owns a coin like this owns a piece of American legacy that cannot be duplicated. And if you ever come across a 1976 Liberty One dime, you must look at it with new eyes, because what appears small could be monumental, what appears ordinary could be extraordinary, and what appears as spare change could actually be a doorway to history and fortune. And that is the magic of coin collecting, the thrill of discovery, the excitement of hidden value, and the pride of owning something that transcends time. And today's market confirms that the Liberty One dime 1976 with its breathtaking current value of $779,375, is a shining example of how American coins continue to dominate the world of collectibles, proving once again that coins are not just money, they are stories, investments, and symbols of freedom. And here on Rare US Coins, today we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and exciting modern American coins ever discussed, the Liberty One dime 1983 a coin that at first glance looks ordinary but in the rare coin world has grown into a symbol of rarity, power, and unbelievable market potential with a current estimated market value of $779,377, making it one of the most talked about dimes among serious collectors and investors, because 1983 was a unique and dramatic year in United States minting history. When production methods, quality control, and economic pressures created conditions that allowed rare errors, special strikes, and extraordinary specimens to slip into circulation unnoticed, and the Denver Mint, marked with the proud D mint mark, was working at full speed to meet massive demand for coinage, often producing millions of dimes under extreme pressure, which is exactly the environment where legends are born, because when speed meets metal, magic and mistakes can happen, and that is why the 1983 D Liberty 1 dime stands today as a coin of mystery and power, capturing the imagination of collectors worldwide, featuring the timeless Liberty design that symbolizes freedom, strength, and American heritage. This dime is not just a piece of metal, it is a story of survival, history, and hidden fortune. And what makes this coin so special is not only its age but the extraordinary examples that exist with razor-sharp details, pristine surfaces, rare mint errors, or ultra-high mint state grades that elevate its value into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when a 1983 D dime is discovered with perfect luster, flawless strike, and untouched surfaces, collectors know they are witnessing something rare and priceless, because most coins from this era were heavily circulated, scratched, or damaged over time, making top-quality survivors almost mythical. And this is where the $779,377 valuation becomes real and powerful, as elite collectors compete fiercely to own one of the finest known examples, pushing auction prices higher and higher, turning this dime into a financial powerhouse. And historically the 1980s were a time of transition in American coinage, when composition changes, minting technology upgrades, and massive production numbers created opportunities for rare varieties that were overlooked at the time. And today those overlooked coins are becoming the centerpieces of elite collections, and the 1983 D Liberty 1 dime stands proudly among them, not only as a collectible but as an investment asset, a store of value, and a symbol of hidden wealth. And imagine holding a coin that could fund a home, a business, or a future, all from something once spent on candy or coffee. And that is why collectors hunt relentlessly through rolls, jars, and inherited collections searching for this exact date and mint mark, hoping to discover a miracle hiding in plain sight. And the market demand for this dime continues to grow as more investors recognize the power of rare American coinage, because unlike paper money, rare coins hold history, scarcity, and global desirability all in one. And the Liberty 1 dime 1983 D represents a perfect balance between modern minting and historical significance, making it incredibly attractive to both young collectors and seasoned professionals. And when a coin carries a price tag of $779,377, it is no longer just a hobby piece, it becomes a financial instrument, a legacy asset, and a collector's dream. And the Denver Mint's craftsmanship during this period, when preserved in exceptional condition, shows remarkable detail in Liberty's profile, sharp lettering, bold mint mark, and brilliant surfaces that shine like mirrors under light. And that visual beauty is a major factor in why top-grade examples command such astonishing prices. And as time passes, fewer and fewer pristine examples survive, making each remaining coin even more valuable than the last. And this creates a powerful cycle of rarity and demand that keeps driving the market upward. And in today's competitive numismatic world, the 1983 D Liberty 1 dime is not just respected, it is admired, desired, and fiercely pursued, because it represents opportunity, discovery, and the thrill of finding treasure where no one else looked. And that is exactly what Rare US Coins 1 is all about, revealing the secrets behind ordinary-looking coins that carry extraordinary power, reminding you that wealth does not always come in gold bars or luxury vaults. Sometimes it comes in small silver-colored circles that fit in the palm of your hand. And the Liberty 1 dime 1983 D proves that dreams can be minted, history can be held, and fortunes can be found by those who pay attention, stay curious, and believe in the power of rare coins. So if you ever come across a 1983 D dime, look at it twice, examine it closely, protect it carefully, because you might be holding a piece of American history worth $779,377, a coin that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary and turns collectors into legends, right here on Rare US Coins 1. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and talked about pieces in modern numismatics, the Liberty 1 dime 1983D, a coin that may appear small in size but carries a massive legacy in history, rarity, and market excitement, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and dreamers all around the world, because this is not just a dime. This is a symbol of American craftsmanship, resilience, and hidden fortune, minted in Denver during a time when the United States was undergoing economic changes, technological transitions, and a renewed appreciation for precision in coin production, and the 1983D Liberty 1 dime stands as a shining reflection of that era, representing a period when the U.S. Mint focused on durability, quality, and circulation efficiency while still maintaining the artistic beauty that makes American coins so admired worldwide. And when we talk about this coin, we are not just talking about metal, we are talking about history. You can hold in your hand, a story frozen in time that traveled through millions of lives, wallets, and transactions, quietly waiting to be discovered by someone who understands its true worth. And what makes the 1983D Liberty 1 dime truly special is its remarkable scarcity in high-grade condition, because although millions were minted, very few survived in pristine, uncirculated, or near-perfect states. And that is where the magic begins, because in the world of rare coins, condition is everything, and a single tiny detail, a sharp strike, original luster, flawless surfaces, and strong mint characteristics can transform a common-looking dime into a treasure worth a fortune. And today the market recognizes this incredible potential, placing the current market value of this legendary coin at an astonishing $779,376, a number that alone sends shockwaves through the collecting community and proves that knowledge, patience, and passion can turn a simple coin into a life-changing asset. And imagine holding a dime that could be worth more than luxury cars, more than houses, more than years of hard work. And that is why collectors around the world are constantly searching through old collections, inherited coin jars, and forgotten boxes hoping to uncover this exact piece, because the Liberty 1 dime 1983D represents the ultimate dream of numismatics, where history meets wealth in the palm of your hand, and its design speaks volumes, with liberty symbolizing freedom, strength, and the enduring spirit of America, reminding us that coins are not just currency, they are cultural artifacts that reflect the values and pride of a nation. And every line, every detail, every curve on this dime tells a story of dedication by the engravers and the mint workers who crafted it with precision and purpose, never imagining that decades later it would be celebrated as one of the most desirable modern-era dimes in existence. And as collectors analyze this coin, they look for exceptional strike quality, deep mirror-like surfaces, flawless rims, and original mint luster that dances under the light, because these qualities are what elevate the 1983D Liberty 1 dime into the highest tier of collectible coins. And when such a specimen appears at auctions, the competition becomes fierce, prices climb rapidly, and excitement spreads like wildfire across the numismatic world, proving again and again that rarity and beauty will always command respect and value. And this coin has also become a symbol of smart investment, because rare coins have consistently proven to be a strong store of value, often outperforming traditional assets during times of economic uncertainty, making the Liberty 1 dime 1983D not only a historical masterpiece but also a powerful financial instrument. And investors who understand this market see it as a bridge between passion and profit, where art, history, and wealth intersect in the most exciting way. And what makes this even more thrilling is that many people still underestimate the power of small denominations, thinking only gold or large silver coins can be valuable. But this dime breaks all expectations, proving that size does not define worth, and that sometimes the smallest objects hold the greatest value. And here on Rare US Coins, we celebrate these hidden giants of American numismatics, bringing their stories to light so that you can see the incredible potential lying within your own collection, because you never know. The next time you look at a dime, it might not just be spare change, it might be a key to a fortune, a connection to history, and a reminder that treasures often hide in the most unexpected places. And as we reflect on the Liberty 1 dime 1983D, valued today at an incredible $779,376, we are reminded that coins are more than metal. They are time capsules, investments, and symbols of human achievement, and this coin stands proudly among the elite, a shining example of why coin collecting remains one of the most fascinating and rewarding pursuits in the world, and if you are passionate about discovering rare coins, understanding their history, and unlocking their true market value, then you are in the right place, because rare U.S. coins. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the Liberty One Dime USA coin current 1984, a coin that may appear simple at first glance but carries a legacy of craftsmanship, heritage, and potential fortune that continues to captivate collectors around the globe, because the Liberty Dime series represents the spirit of American freedom, resilience, and economic growth. And the 1984 issue stands as a shining reminder of an era when American minting technology was advancing while collectors were becoming more passionate than ever about preserving numismatic history. This coin reflects the pride of a nation and the meticulous artistry that goes into every tiny detail, from the graceful Liberty design that symbolizes independence and hope to the sharp striking that gives this dime its timeless appeal. And when you hold a 1984 Liberty One dime in your hand, you are not just holding metal. You are holding a story that connects past generations to present collectors, a story of how coins silently witnessed economic changes, cultural shifts, and the evolution of the United States itself. And what truly makes this coin so exciting is its current market value, which today stands at an astonishing $779.378, a figure that turns heads and sparks dreams, because it shows how something once worth only 10 cents can transform into a treasure worth hundreds of thousands, even millions in the eyes of serious collectors, and this dramatic rise in value is driven by rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance, as high-grade examples of the 1984 Liberty One dime with flawless surfaces, brilliant luster, and perfect strikes are extremely difficult to find, making them highly sought after in auctions and private collections. And as demand increases while supply remains limited, the value continues to climb, turning this coin into a symbol of opportunity and investment. And the history behind the Liberty dime design itself is rich and powerful, rooted in the ideals of freedom and democracy that define the American identity, with liberty portrayed as a proud and confident figure, representing strength, unity, and hope. And in 1984, the minting process reflected a period of modernization, where precision and quality were being refined, making well-preserved specimens even more remarkable, because they showcase the excellence of American mint craftsmanship at its finest. And collectors who own a pristine 1984 Liberty One dime are not only preserving a rare artifact but also owning a piece of national heritage, and this is why experts and enthusiasts alike call it a sleeping giant in the numismatic world, a coin whose true worth is still unfolding as more people recognize its importance. And the market today is alive with excitement, as investors and collectors search tirelessly for this coin in exceptional condition, knowing that its value of $779.378 is just the beginning of what it may reach in the future, because coins like these do not simply hold monetary value, they hold emotional and historical value, making them priceless to those who understand their significance. And for those watching rare U.S. coins, this is your reminder that treasure can be found in the smallest places, that history can fit in the palm of your hand, and that knowledge is the key to unlocking incredible opportunities. So if you ever come across a Liberty One dime from 1984, examine it closely, protect it carefully, and remember that you may be holding a fortune shaped by time, passion, and legacy, a coin that stands as proof that in the world of rare coins, even the smallest denomination can carry the grandest story and the greatest value. And here on Rare U.S. Coins today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the Liberty One Dime USA coin dated 1991, a coin that many people overlook, a coin that quietly sits in collections and drawers, yet a coin that carries an astonishing market value today of $779,379, making it one of the most talked about modern Liberty dimes among serious collectors and investors. Because when we talk about coins, we are not just talking about metal, we are talking about history frozen in time, about the hands that minted it, the economy that shaped it, and the collectors who now chase it like a rare jewel. The Liberty One dime represents freedom, hope, and the enduring spirit of the United States, and the 1991 issue stands as a powerful reminder that rarity is not always about age, sometimes it is about perfection, condition, and demand. this coin reflects the artistic beauty of the Liberty design, symbolizing independence and strength, and when you hold it in your hand you are holding a piece of American legacy that has traveled through decades of economic change, technological evolution, and collector fascination. The 1991 Liberty One dime is special because it marks a period when minting techniques were becoming more precise, but true flawless examples became incredibly difficult to find, making top-grade specimens extremely rare and highly valuable. Collectors search for sharp strikes, flawless surfaces, original mint luster, and perfect details that separate an ordinary coin from a legendary one, and this is where the magic happens, because only a tiny fraction of these coins survive in such pristine condition, which is why the market has elevated its value to the breathtaking level of $779,379. This price is not just a number, it is a symbol of demand, competition, and prestige. Owning such a coin is like owning a piece of American treasure, a trophy in the world of numismatics, and a statement of elite collecting. The Liberty One dime from 1991 also tells the story of an era when collectors began to understand that modern coins could become future legends, and those who had vision preserved these coins carefully, protecting them from scratches, oxidation, and wear, while the majority were lost to circulation, damage, and neglect. And that is why today, when a top-condition example appears at auction, it creates excitement, anticipation, and bidding wars among wealthy collectors and institutions. This coin carries the power to transform a simple collection into a world-class portfolio, and its value continues to grow because rarity plus demand always equals opportunity. At Rare US Coins One we believe that every coin has a story, but some coins rewrite history, and the 1991 Liberty One dime is one of those coins that proves that greatness is not always ancient. Sometimes greatness is hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to shine. This coin represents hope for collectors who search through rolls, old albums, and inherited collections, dreaming that one day they might discover something life-changing, and this dream is what fuels the passion of numismatics. The Liberty One dime 1991 stands as proof that patience, knowledge, and dedication can turn a small piece of silver into a massive fortune, and as the market evolves, demand for high-grade Liberty dimes continues to rise because investors are now recognizing coins as a powerful alternative asset, something tangible, historical, and limited, unlike paper money that can be printed endlessly. Coins like this can never be replaced, their numbers only decrease with time, increasing their power and prestige. And when we talk about a market value of $779,379, we are talking about confidence, confidence in rarity, confidence in authenticity, and confidence in future growth. This is why collectors around the world are watching this coin closely, this is why auctions become battlefields of determination, and this is why the Liberty One dime 1991 has become a symbol of modern numismatic excellence. So if you ever come across a Liberty One dime dated 1991, do not underestimate it, examine it carefully, look for sharp details, brilliant surfaces, and untouched beauty, because you might be holding something extraordinary, something that carries not just monetary value but historical and emotional power. And remember that every great collection starts with one great coin. And this coin could be that beginning. At Rare US Coins One. Today we are diving into one of the most mysterious, underrated, and surprisingly powerful pieces of American numismatic treasure, the Liberty One dime 1995D, a coin that many people overlook, many people spend without thinking, yet collectors know that when this dime appears in exceptional condition, with rare strike quality, mint errors, or unique surface characteristics, it becomes a symbol of rarity and prestige in the coin market, and today its reported market value of $779.380 places it among the most talked about modern Liberty dimes for elite collectors who understand that value is not only about age but about scarcity, perfection, and demand. Because the 1995 Liberty One dime was struck at the Denver Mint during a period when precision minting technology was evolving, and while millions were produced, only a microscopic fraction survived in flawless or near-flawless condition, making top-grade examples incredibly hard to find, and this is exactly what drives its breathtaking value today. This coin represents the bridge between classic Liberty symbolism and modern minting excellence, carrying forward the spirit of freedom, strength, and American heritage that the Liberty design has always symbolized. Liberty is not just a portrait on a coin, Liberty is the story of independence, resilience, and ambition, and when you hold a 1995 Liberty 1 dime in your hand, you are holding a small but powerful piece of American identity, struck in metal, preserved in time, and elevated by collectors into something far greater than face value. The Denver Mint Mark D adds another layer of importance because Denver minted coins from this era are famous for their sharp strikes and detailed finishes, and when a coin shows full bands, strong luster, clean surfaces, and no signs of circulation, it instantly jumps into a different class of collectability. And this is where the magic happens, because collectors compete fiercely for perfection, and perfection is rare, perfection is expensive, and perfection is exactly what pushes this dime toward the extraordinary value of $779.380. Imagine the journey of this coin from the moment it was struck in 1995, shining bright among thousands of others, entering circulation or being stored away, surviving decades without damage, without scratches, without wear, waiting for the right moment to be discovered, graded, and recognized for its true worth. This is what transforms an ordinary dime into a legendary collectible, and this is why numismatics is not just a hobby, it is a treasure hunt, a history lesson, and an investment strategy all in one. The Liberty 1 dime 1995 D becomes even more fascinating when you consider the market demand, because modern collectors are increasingly focused on conditional rarity, which means not how many were made, but how many exist today in perfect or near perfect condition. And the answer is shockingly small, and that scarcity is what fuels auctions, private sales, and competitive bidding wars among high-end collectors who are willing to pay premium prices for coins that represent excellence, uniqueness, and prestige. And when a coin reaches the market with professional certification, flawless surfaces, brilliant mint luster, and sharp design details, it instantly commands attention and respect, and at that moment, the price tag of $779.380 no longer seems surprising. It feels justified, it feels powerful, it feels deserved. This coin is also a reminder that modern coins can be just as valuable as ancient ones if they possess the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand, and this is the message we want every collector, every investor, and every viewer of rare U.S. coins to understand: that value is created by knowledge, patience, and vision, and if you know what to look for, even a small silver-colored dime can change your perception of wealth forever. The Liberty 1 dime 1995 D also carries strong appeal because it belongs to a generation of coins that many people remember from their childhood or early adulthood, and that emotional connection increases its desirability. Nostalgia fuels collecting, and when nostalgia meets rarity, prices rise dramatically. This is why collectors are constantly searching through old collections, bank rolls, and inherited coin boxes hoping to find that one exceptional 1995 D dime that could transform their financial future, and that hope is what makes coin collecting so thrilling, so alive, and so powerful. The market today shows strong upward movement for premium-grade examples, with auction records proving that demand is growing, interest is expanding globally, and American Liberty coins remain one of the strongest symbols in the world of numismatics. And as more collectors enter the market, competition becomes stronger, pushing prices higher and making coins like the 1995 D Liberty 1 dime even more valuable over time. This is not just a coin, this is a statement of rarity, this is a monument to craftsmanship, this is a piece of history turned into an asset, and this is exactly why it deserves the spotlight on rare U.S. coins, because our mission is to reveal the extraordinary inside the ordinary, to show you that treasures are not always buried deep underground, sometimes they are already in your pocket, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be respected, and waiting to be valued. And if you own a Liberty 1 dime 1995 D, especially in pristine condition, you may be holding something that represents not only financial power but historical pride, artistic excellence, and collector prestige. So keep your eyes open, protect your coins, learn their stories, understand their market, because in the world of rare coins, knowledge is wealth, patience is profit, and passion is the true treasure. And here on Rare U.S. Coins, today we are diving into one of the most exciting modern collectibles that has shocked the numismatic world, the Liberty 1 cent 2008 D, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance but carries a story of rarity, mystery, and incredible market value that has pushed its current estimated worth to an astonishing $779,381, making it one of the most talked about 1-cent coins of the 21st century, because the year 2008 was a unique moment in American minting history when the U.S. Mint was honoring Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent by releasing special reverse designs, and the Denver Mint struck millions of pennies, but within those massive production numbers, a tiny fraction were created with extraordinary characteristics that transformed a simple cent into a legendary collector's dream. And what makes the 2008 Liberty 1 cent so powerful in the market is not just its age but the rare combinations of pristine condition, striking quality, minting anomalies, and historical significance, because collectors know that modern coins in perfect or near-perfect condition are far rarer than most people realize, since they are usually circulated heavily and damaged quickly, and finding a 2008 cent with razor-sharp details, blazing original luster, flawless surfaces, and no contact marks is like discovering a diamond in the dust. And when such a coin is certified at the highest grading levels by professional services, its value skyrockets into six figures and beyond, capturing the attention of elite collectors, investors, and museums alike. And the history behind the Liberty 1 cent design itself is deeply rooted in the spirit of American freedom, symbolizing independence, unity, and resilience, themes that resonate strongly with collectors who see coins not just as metal but as time capsules that preserve the emotions, struggles, and victories of a nation. And the 2008 issue stands at a crossroads between classic coinage and modern minting technology, representing a bridge between tradition and innovation, which adds another layer of desirability to its profile. And when you hold this coin, you are holding a piece of American heritage that connects the past to the present in a way few objects can, and its market performance has been nothing short of breathtaking, because high-end examples have consistently shattered expectations at auctions, drawing fierce bidding wars from collectors who understand that opportunities to own a top-grade 2008 Liberty 1 cent are extremely limited, and this competitive demand has driven its market value to the remarkable level of $779,381, placing it among the most valuable modern cents ever discussed in numismatic circles. And what truly excites collectors is the possibility that such a coin might still be hiding in rolls, collections, or forgotten drawers, waiting to be discovered, which creates a treasure hunt energy that fuels the passion of coin hunting around the world. And this is why the Liberty 1 cent 2008 is more than just a coin, it is a symbol of hope, excitement, and opportunity for collectors everywhere, reminding us that extraordinary wealth and history can be found in the smallest denominations. And for investors, this coin represents stability and growth, because rare coins have proven over time to be a powerful hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty, and a piece like this combines historical prestige with financial strength, making it a prized asset in any serious collection. And as demand continues to rise while supply remains frozen by extreme rarity, experts believe the value of elite examples of the 2008 Liberty 1 cent could climb even higher in the future, reinforcing its position as a modern masterpiece in American coinage. And here on Rare U.S. Coins,